shows and stuff like that because we're all crazy.
Okay, and here
Here she
comes the birthday girls.
comes. Hey.
Leigh, oh,
Leigh, 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 Leigh.
Hi.
Made
You made
it!
it. Happy birthday, Lee.
Oh, you're on mute.
hi.
Birthday.
I'm on mute. Hi.
Hi.
Ah,
Oh, you're all were waiting behind the door, right? Oh, I don't know what happened. I was upstairs. I thought I would be up there, and we just got this whole system set up to be able to use the
Mm,
Wi-Fi, and it
mm.
wasn't working. So I had to move everything downstairs.
oh,
Oh, you're here
Um,
now. That's the important thing.
good to see you.
I
Yeah.
Good to
see.
see
Oh, look
you.
at. Hi. Oh my gosh, I know, and I don't have any fancy outfit on. Here.
You
How
don't
about
have
that?
to.
Need any?
You're fancy yourself.
Okay.
there you go.
My hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so beautiful. The flowers. Thank you, Johan.
Johan, they're beautiful.
Yay. And Rita, how are you feeling?
So happy to see you. So
Yay.
happy to see you.
I'm
Viva
happy to see.
Mexico.
I know this is Mexico right now. It's very overcast and gloomy, and I think we're experiencing. There was a hurricane that hit Oaxaca, I think yesterday, and we're getting
Oh
like
my
lots of
goodness.
like the winds.
Yeah.
It's very windy.
Is that
Yeah.
Hurricane Eric?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And we had rain. It's rainy and overcast, but that's
Mhm.
okay because it's usually sunny.
Mm.
Well, it's very sunny with all of us here today.
Yay!
And happy Fun Friday. Happy birthday. Happy solstice, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah.
Happy
Longest
everything.
day
That's
of the year.
special.
it is a big portal for everyone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very special.
Absolutely. And this would be a perfect time to invite the I-Ching, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
So let's ring some bells, invite the I-Ching to the party. And
RD, I love your mask. You look like this beautiful tanager.
oh, the tanager bird. The reason why we're mentioning the tanager bird because it's a beautiful red wall in Leigh's new home. It's right along the steps. It looks very magical and it's very artsy. And so we're trying to figure out the color red, and it's a tanager red is actually the name of the red paint. And the tanager is a red bird.
okay.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Which I didn't know. I didn't know that was it. That's the name of the paint color.
Yeah.
And when I was speaking with RD and Heather, they looked it up and like, oh, it's this red bird. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Amber. Never heard of it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so let's take some quiet time, invite the I-Ching to the birthday party, and then you write down your question, and then we'll throw the coins. How about that? Okay, so have a pad and pencil and a coin. And we'll just, excuse me, we'll just relax and breathe. Calm our souls and our spirits. And let's imagine that our feet is planted on Mother Earth. You could see the mountains surrounding us, or you could see the ocean, tall trees. Welcome the gentle summer breezes. And just listen to the waterfalls. Open our hearts and let's just welcome Let's just welcome the I-Ching to come into our beautiful gathering. And I will invite him or her or whoever. Om. 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 Happy solstice. Happy Fun Friday. And the I-Ching is amongst our gathering. So this would be a perfect time to write down your question. What would you like to ask the I-Ching? Okay. Does everybody have a question written down? Okay. So, let's throw some coins. And so let's have the first coins to be Barbara, Leigh, and Pat.
I have to grab a coin.
Oh, okay. So Pat and Barbara, you can just kind of shake the coin in your hand. Think about your question, about what you would like to know from the I-Ching.
Tail.
Barbara has a
Don't they have to do
tail.
it together?
Yeah,
Tails.
yeah, here comes Leigh. She's coming.
Okay. Heads.
Okay, so the first line is a yang line, which is a straight line. Okay, since it's head. So let's do the next. Let's do Rita. Oh, Rita Hubert, Heather, and Johan.
What does that mean? No, it was
Head.
You got a heads.
Head.
You got a heads. What you get?
tail.
And a tail. So it's got a yin line. It's a broken line. So that's the second line. Third line. Let's have Rita Maida, Dee, and Linda Boney.
Linda. Hello, Linda.
Yeah, I think she might be heads.
Tails.
Oh, I think Linda is off.
And I got heads.
You got a heads, and you got a
Yep.
heads.
No, she got
Oh,
tails.
you got a tails. Tails. So maybe I'll throw the coin since Linda.
Left the building.
I think she was at the office. Yeah, I think she was at the office. And I got a tails. So it's a heads, tails, and tails, right?
Yes.
So it'll be a yang line. So the third line, and so this will be the trigram. This is your first trigram, okay? So let's do Johan, me. We'll get some male energy. And the birthday girl.
Tail.
You got a tails, I got a heads.
We got heads.
And so it's going to be a yin line. A yin line. So let's do Rita Hubert, Rita Maida, and D.
Tails.
Tails,
Head,
heads,
tails.
tails. So it's a yang line. That's the fifth line. And the last one would be Heather, Pat, and Barbara.
Head,
Tails.
Head.
Okay, so it's a tails, it's a yin line.
Ow.
So, very interesting. So this is the hexagram that we have created with the I-Ching today. So the first line is a yang line, second line is a yin line, third line is a yang line, fourth line is a yin line. Oh, actually, it's very balanced. Yin, yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, yin. Very interesting, right?
Say that 10 times really fast.
Yang, 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 yang,
Yang, yang, yang,
yang, yang, yang, yang.
Okay, so let's break down the hexagram into the two trigrams, the upper trigram and the lower trigram. Okay. And the lower trigram. And then the upper trigram. So, do you want to throw out some ideas about the lower trigram, upper trigram, the relationships?
Bottom one is fire.
The bottom trigram is of fire, and the upper trigram is of water.
So water over fire.
Water over fire. So you could think about the five element perspective. You can put some associations with fire and water. You can put associations that it's yin yang, yin yang, yin yang. Thoughts? Very pensive. Go ahead, Rita.
I'm thinking
Oh,
of
yeah.
it in terms of the summer solstice, and we have a lot of fire energy, and how water will douse the fire, which is good because we have, especially on the East Coast, we have so much heat right now and a lot of hot days coming. So it's actually a good thing to have some cooling. And then I even thought of it for me personally, because my question was about what will my recovery be like? So for me, fire is inflammation and the water is a good thing. And it's interesting, while we're talking and doing this, my leg is wrapped in something called a nice machine, which is just ice, but it's
Oh,
cold.
Mhm. Wow.
Yeah.
oh, very interesting. You are literally living the trigram. I mean, the hexagram today.
And I have the fireplace going because I'm really, really cold from the ice machine.
Wow.
Ah, perfect.
You're living this, these try.
You are.
Wow.
And how about you, Miss Birthday Girl?
Yeah, at first I was thinking, the fire below the water and something brewing, but I actually am leaning more towards this really beautiful um balance of like, going moving in and out of the yin and yang, but also having the yin sort of in the sandwich, right? Also like the two yang sandwiches with the yin, where it's actually it's being nurtured, your yin, and the fire is surrounding it, but there's still just there's nothing out of balance like that. For me, it was my question was for this whole year of, this solar year for me. Um, and I feel like it's about really having this really beautiful balance of really being inward and reflecting and doing deep inner work, but also being out and having this beautiful supportive activity and energy that's, I'm moving into or having supporting my inner self, I think.
Nice.
Thank you. And how about you, Rita, Hubert, or Johan, or Barbara, or Pat, or Dee, or Heather,
Or RD.
Or RD.
or me? Well, I mean, for me, the lower trigram is a fire energy. And looking at my little circle, my I-Ching compass, the fire, which is the lower trigram, it's associated with our fame or our reputation. It's associated with our eyes. So talk about eyes. Um, it's associated with giving light, a lot of light energy. It's, I think of the color red. Talk about red energy, right? Fire energy. And then the upper trigram is associated with the ear. That's kind of interesting. The body part is the ear. So talk about the eye and the ear connection. Maybe it's about listening. The upper trigram is associated with the career. Your water energy is about your career or your profession. Oh, now it's also interesting. The upper trigram, which is water, is associated with the second sun, and the lower trigram is associated with the second daughter. So that's kind of interesting in terms of your family members or connections. Let's see what else. The upper trigram, water, is also associated with being dangerous because this is the water energy. It's called the abysmal, and so it could be you don't know how deep the water could be, right? And in terms of the five elements, it definitely is the balance of the fire and the water energy. But it is actually kind of nice looking at the progression of the lines to be yang, yin, yang, yin, yang, yin. So, and my question is essentially, what am I to know for this coming month? So it's about, for me, it's about balance. It's about, what is going to be, we could also read the hexagram from the bottom up. So it's about your fame or reputation, and then it's being balanced. I mean, it could be read that way, it's a possibility. But you could also read it the opposite direction. Maybe the water is dousing the fire energy, right? But we don't know what the quality of water is. Is it the quality of a Niagara Falls? Is it a gentle river or a lake water?
Mm.
Mm.
Maybe that's also it. It's keeping them in balance, keeping the so it's not too much water or not too much fire.
Hmm.
Also, it comes to me as like to whatever is about seeing things clearly, or we'll be able to see things much more clearly.
Mm.
Anybody else want to share their thoughts or?
Hmm.
My question was, what do I have to know about the upcoming challenges about my treatment of the cancer I have? And they said they want to do a radiation, radiotherapy with a little chemo. So it's the most perfect balanced outcome, this hexagram, because you have to have the right dose, not too much, not too little. It has to be the right race, the right amount of race to to remove this what is inside, and not too much to burn my, for example, my voice. So I think this is very positive, and I see it very positively.
Okay.
And how many rounds of radiation do they want to do?
I think about 30 to 40.
30 to 40?
Yes. So 5 times a week, but very little dose.
Okay.
Very little. So they in former times they did a big dose once a week, for example, or twice a week. Now they found out that it's better to do little dose every day,
Hmm.
and but it will take up to 8 weeks in my case.
Wow.
Because of the dosage.
But very little doses, so yeah, it's perfect. It looks like as if this hexagram is made for me now.
Hmm.
And also, it's fire, which is the water element. It's the rays. The fire is the fire element is the rays, and the water is the healing element. So it's perfectly balanced, and it's perfect. I love it.
Hmm.
Mm.
And how about you, Misty? Any thoughts? You have to unmute.
Well, yeah, I got thoughts. No, someone has expressed some interest in me, and he's very interesting. And I just feel like it's like, whoa, it's also soon kind of that it feels like, yeah, and it's all very foreign to me because you know, what have I done for, so anyway, it's very interesting that the fire is under the water. So it's like percolating a little bit, something's bubbling up, it's getting hotter, and, but the nice thing, which I really appreciate, is like there's the young energy, but then there's the yin. Like it's like, okay, let's chill out. Okay, oh, this is interesting. This is fun. But okay, let's just take it easy for a second. So there's kind of that, interesting energy about it, because the last thing I want to do is anything really fast. Yeah. So I'm just being extremely cautious about everything with the situation and observing and trying to take it real, you know, maturely, like a grown up, and yeah, that's what's going on. So, and there were no changing lines. So I'm guessing that, I like that yin yang, flow, like that. There's nothing too like blasted into another uh, universe or anything. So yes, I just thought I'd share that with you guys because you're my besties, and
Thank you.
there's one other person in my life who knows about this, because it's just so we're so sudden and odd and weird, you know. Anyway, so that's what this is looking like for me. Thank you, Jochen. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Dee.
Thank you.
And how about you, Miss Pat? Any thoughts?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, let me say, um, I recently started talking to my ex-husband, who's been uh, diagnosed with vascular dementia.
Oh.
Yeah, and I want to be there for him and his granddaughter, uh, but he's he's cantankerous. He always has been. Um, so I see his fire, and I want to come in and just kind of be gentle and helping
Mm.
kind of put out some of that fire, that angst, um, and denial that he's going through right now. I,
Hmm.
I, I don't know how all that um, kind of relates to that, but that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, thank you for sharing, Pat.
Hmm.
And how about you, Miss Reader Hubert? Any thoughts or you want to share your question?
Well, it's I agree with everyone else. It's very balanced. Looking, to the next month, where I have off and get caught up on all sorts of things. So, and neighbors are coming to me. Already starting to talk about doing a yard sale together and things. So it's I think it's trying to declutter the house. I think that's the fire and water.
Yeah.
Thank you. And how about you, Miss Barbara?
Well, I'll keep it real simple. As you know, I always, except for once, always my question is, what do I need to know? And the key here for me is balance. I need to bring balance into my life. The fire for me is spending too much time watching the news, especially following up and seeing what's going
Hmm.
on with Medicare. And
Hmm.
so I spend too much time doing that. I feel like I needed to, but I need to give it a rest. And so that's the fire for me. The being online, the internet, just trying to stay abreast of everything. And I just need to chill out from that and trust. So that's the fire for me. But for the rest of my life and what I'm doing, balance. I need to bring balance into my life, more of a social life because I've been doing a lot of other things and I need more of a social life. And Patricia's we're gonna go on dolphin tours and other stuff I'm trying to
Hmm.
do. And yeah, social life. Need to beef that up. I haven't been doing enough of that. Thank you.
Hmm.
Balance is it's really, really important. It really, really is very, very important. I worry too much about my eyes too, because I have this imbalance in my eyes. They call it dry eye syndrome, and I need to stay on top of that. So yeah, balance is the key.
Balance is the key. Thank you. And how about you, Miss Heather?
I just I don't know what we're. I just keep getting or hearing or whatever you want to call it, getting a hit. Like I think almost the answer to everybody's question is to take things slow.
Right.
I just keep hearing it, take things slow, and it seems to answer almost everybody's question. So that's just some info that came through me for however you want to take it.
Mhm.
But just think of that in answer to your question. Just there's no reason to rush into things or go too fast, or that is maintaining balance, but like also to really listen to yourself, like Johan with the radiation, like RD was they were supposed to do 10 rounds or 10 days in a row, and it was the highest dosage. And I remember one day there was like a snowstorm or bad weather, and they were still trying to get us there, and I'm like, no, that is the universe telling us we're not supposed to go today. And it was fun. Look at him today, so if we had done every single thing they told us to do, we might be in the same place we are, or we might not have been, because they tell everybody the same exact thing. And so you have to, I'm just saying for everybody, just really listen to your intuition. And I tell RD, like, one day, like, I almost got in a wreck, and then I couldn't turn onto the street to go to the chemo, and I kept pushing and I kept pushing to get him there, and I have to get him there. And he did not need to go that day because he got so sick, or he had a bad reaction, or I forget what happened. And I was like, I did not take my own advice. I did not. Those were sign after sign after sign for me not to take him that day. So for everybody, there are signs all around us all the time, and sometimes we just don't listen. So really take it slow and listen to your intuition. And if you see a stop, then stop, and don't you don't have to think too much about it. Just listen to those little signs along the way. That's what comes to me.
And so let me read to you the hexagram. It's hexagram 63. So it's kind of interesting. There's 64 hexagrams in the I-Ching, and here's number 63. And you can say it could be a 9 number because 63 is a 9, right?
Right.
And it's titled After Completion.
Yeah.
It's titled After Completion. Water is above, fire is below. There is a very beautiful and poetic symbolism of balance in this hexagram. The rising heat of fire below heats the water, which in turn sends droplets below to cool the fire. When fire and water are balanced, transformation can be perfect. This perfect balance cannot last. Take advantage of the situation, and every element is in balance, and you are in luck.
It's a great reading.
That's a great reading, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Right to the point.
right to the point. And well, for me, I think this is a very wonderful reading for Leigh's birthday, and the I-Ching to be in our birthday party, and for each of our questions. What are we asking for? And I think as Heather was saying, we're all asking really for about balance in our lives. And, we just really need to just take things slowly and easily and trust, right? Trust your inner compass. So, now we could do.
Do you want to read any more, or just leave it at that?
I'll just leave it at that. But I'm going to throw this out for something to think about. We could also take this hexagram, and look at the inner trigrams. So look at this. So look at the inner trigrams. Look at trigram 2, 3, and 4, which is water. And then look at 3, 4, and 5, which is fire. So it's the reverse of the outer hexagram. So you can also take a look at the inner trigrams and take a look at that and see how that transformation of fire, water, fire, water. It's kind of interesting, right? So that's another possibility of, taking some time to look at this hexagram, but looking at the internal trigrams and see how that would affect, the reading or affect the process of the reading, right? Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So, any other thoughts or questions? Oh, do you want me to read this or?
Can I read from the one book I have
Oh,
here?
Yeah,
please, please, please,
Sure.
please.
This is the one called The New Earth I-Ching. And um, this person, Bobby Klein, who did the translation, he was doing shamanic healing work. Actually, I think he was from LA originally, but he lived in Tulum here in the Yucatan
Oh,
for
wow.
many years.
Yeah.
And he did beautiful shamanic type healing work. But so this trigram, he was naming already crossing, and above, oh wait, let me just see. 63, yes?
That
Mhm.
is correct. Number
Okay.
63.
So the wisdom, you are approaching a great crossing, a turning point in life. You're looking good. Humility denotes freedom. And just a little bit of a paragraph. You are now approaching a new and favorable cycle where your diligence will show up on the positive side of the ledger. You are at a crossing point. This is an exciting time, for it is from here that you can see across to the other shore and all that awaits you there. That which you have been working for, dreamed of, and kept in your heart is in view, and you can feel it. This is good. The challenge is not to let your ego push you too fast or too far in these delicate moments, but before realizing your goals, whether in love, business, or spirit.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
Mm.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you.
that was a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
What's the
beautiful.
author's name? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Artie.
No, go ahead.
What's the author's name? The shaman?
oh, Bobby Klein.
Bobby Klein. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
That was beautiful reading. Both of them. They're both,
Yeah, they are
both of
both.
them. Yeah, very, very
Mhm.
beautiful, right? Not complicated either.
Right,
Right.
right.
Well, I mean, look at us group. We're very balanced. We threw
Yeah.
the coins together, right?
Mhm.
We threw the coins together. And, well, I mean, talk about balance. This is the solstice, literally the marking point of full day and full evening, right?
Mhm.
So talk
Well,
about balance.
well, it's not the equinox where it's equal day and night. It is the longest day of the year.
Oh, that's correct. I'm sorry. You're right. It's the longest day of the
The
year.
most light.
Us. Yeah. But
And
it is the energy. I mean, it's the fire energy and that movement into activity and creation, right? But that's why this is a really beautiful reading, because it has that balance of the water, because this is a very fiery time for everyone.
Right.
And Rita made that.
and I just wanted to add, and it's also the shortest in the southern hemisphere.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm. Mhm.
Can I share with you a beautiful gift I received last night?
Please.
yeah.
I was really honored and feel really supported here. I've only been here, we've been here, almost 3 weeks, but we've been traveling here, over the last many years and meeting some really beautiful people. And I invited some new friends to gather with me last night. And we went to play pétanque, that, the French game that we've been playing, because that's how we've met some new people here at the pétanque courts. But there's these two sisters who have this beautiful shop here that they opened a year ago that sells. They're from Mexico City, and they've been living here for a couple of years. Mexican folk art crafts, beautiful handmade things. and they showed up and they brought me this beautiful
Oh, wow.
Oh,
heart with
Oh,
wings.
oh
Oh my
my
gosh.
gosh.
my
Isn't that
God, it's so
amazing?
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Wow.
A purple
Yes.
heart.
Oh,
Yes.
That's
Yes.
beautiful.
When I saw this, I was like, wow, that's perfect, right? I was so
Mm-hmm.
touched
Mhm.
by it. I was like, wow. Yeah, it was a really beautiful. There was like 9 of us, with me and Jeff included last night. So it was beautiful.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Very nice.
beautiful. That's
It's
beautiful.
very bells.
Yeah.
Yes, totally. Right.
Is that a crystal?
No, it's like I think it's
No.
just blown glass.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah.
glass, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen these more just hearts here, but this with the wings is really
Absolutely. It's very
special.
special.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Wow.
Congratulations.
awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, right? It was very auspicious.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that you're finding your people and finding a community that quickly. That's amazing.
It is. It really
Yeah.
is. I mean, the one of the gals we met a couple years ago, but the 2 sisters, I just really met, and I just resonated with them. And I'm like, have been talking with them and like, wow, can you join us? Can you come join us? I just wanted to,
Mm.
are you
and then
speaking, are you speaking fluently Spanish?
I'm not. Oh,
No,
no, not.
Not yet.
not yet.
No, yeah, no, I mean, I speak very little, and Jeff is much better with languages. The one thing is a lot of people we encounter can speak some English,
Yeah.
Mhm.
not everyone. And then the people last night, I think a lot of the younger people had it in school.
Mm.
So, but I looked into this one place to have lessons, and right now they don't have beginning Spanish. I have to find a new place to do it.
Mhm.
Well, I wanted to say thank you for your update you gave to the Bells WhatsApp group. And I love your pictures, and
Oh,
Mm.
thank
you
you.
must be on a very beautiful place. I love all the pictures and the nature and your house and your
Oh, yeah.
cats. And I love cats, I do all the time. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm delayed sharing. Even though I always intend to share with people, I sometimes don't get to it that's just something I'm trying to deal with in my life.
Mhm.
Because I take lots of pictures, but yeah, I can share more. What does Leigh need to know for the summer of 2025? That was
Oh,
your question?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, no, this was a really beautiful reading. I mean, for all of us, it's just, I
Yes.
feel like,
Yes.
every time we do a reading, we're like in awe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, you're going to have a great summer.
Magic and miracles.
Yeah, but it's about like, having that balance of putting myself out there, activity,
Mhm.
and movement, but also really staying grounded and,
Mm.
still healing myself and really trying to rejuvenate and figure
Mm.
out what I want to be doing. Well, I know what I want to be doing here, but really making that happen.
Mhm.
With the Qigong is really
Oh,
important.
yes.
Oh,
Right. Right. Well,
No
So,
And art,
hurry.
so we'll have to ask the I-Ching to sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lee. Happy birthday to you.
and many
And many more.
more.
oh, thank you. The one other friend who was there last night, she sang this little song that's the Yucatecan version with the
Mm.
same tune as the Happy Birthday, but has different words. She didn't send me the translation yet, so I'll have to share.
cool.
Isn't it like muy cumpleaños?
No,
Ah,
it's not. It's
Yeah.
not like the exact translation,
right.
but it is
Okay.
about, I think, like a little girl cutting a cake and making a wish.
Oh.
I think,
Oh,
yeah.
But what do they sing in Mexico in
For
general for
I
birthday?
I don't know. I don't know if that would.
Okay.
Oh, shall
I
we
think
close?
Something with cumpleaños too. Yeah, I can't remember.
probably. I mean, they probably do the same using, yeah, the Spanish words of happy birthday. But
Yeah.
I keep looking at you, and it's like you are like this shaman, like this crazy bird shaman doing the I Ching, and it's so
And I think the whole time I think you look like this Inca king, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, yes,
like
yes.
I don't know the name, but you look
yes.
like the figure of this Maya prince. I don't
Oh,
No, it's really
know.
remarkable.
Quetzalcoatl or something like
It's
that.
a
One of
couple,
Yeah, I think
yes.
so.
them. One of them.
well, I got this mask from Lee.
I
And,
know, right?
Oh,
and where did this mask come from, Lee? Do you remember?
I'm not, I don't remember. It might have been from my favorite 99-cent store. It was called the 99-cent Dream Store.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
It was
Did
in
you
Red
ever
Hook.
wear it?
I honestly don't know because I collected different masks here and there. I may have worn it once. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool.
I always had masks and
mhm.
costumes, but you
So
wear it
Um,
too well. I think it's your I Ching mask.
my
Mhm.
eating mask.
Shaman, yes. Chinese shaman.
Well, just to let you
You
know,
can't see them all. I put them all around.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
nice.
gorgeous. Yeah.
That's
Beautiful.
pretty.
well,
I guess
just
you can't really see them. I put them all around.
You have a lot of masks.
Wow.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're all Lee's. These are all Lee's.
Oh, they're all mine.
Hey,
so just to
Well,
let you know, the next I Ching, the new moon I Ching, I think it's next Wednesday.
Really?
So next Wednesday is the peak of the new moon. So if we want to come for the new moon I Ching.
Okay.
And then on June 28th, if you want to come for my I Ching on Saturdays, you're welcome to do that too. So, and I have the,
Oh,
and on the I Ching on Saturday, June 28th, I have a 2 o'clock where hopefully the Europeans will come. And then I had some Amsterdam people come at that time. Or you can come talk
Wonderful.
at the 7 o'clock one.
wonderful.
Anyway, but let's ring some bells to thank the I Ching and to close our time together.
Mhm.
And let's just relax and just be. And let's come back to this beautiful sacred place, just filled with love and with gratitude. And we're thanking the I Ching to be part of this beautiful birthday gathering for Leigh. Happy solar return. Enjoy. And hopefully we'll see people next time, whenever that will be.
Thank you, everyone. It was really so touching.